Hello, welcome to the beginning of this video series on Chapter 1 of our hands-on virtual computing textbook. The text of the textbook is available in MindTap. There's a brief introductory video, but really and truly, all the things you need to know to do the labs, pass the quizzes, gain the skills, almost none of that is in those little bitty videos. Um, so I'm going to make these as a substitute for what would normally be uh, my course lectures. So what we have here, I'm going to take these in very small chunks. Now, if you want to follow along, we're in this book or chapter 1 of MindTap. If you've got two screens and you want to have the MindTap course text on one page and my YouTube channel on the other page, that works. Expect all of these videos to be quite short. I don't think I have any plans to do a lecture over longer a lecture video longer than over 6 slides, 6 maybe 7. So that means there will be a lot of short videos instead of a shorter number of long videos. So let's talk about our objectives. It's really all I'm going to talk about this time is what we're trying to learn in Chapter 1. Really and truly, you read Chapter 1 closely, because Chapter 1, like as in most Cengage books, is kind of a key, an introduction to the rest of the course. You'll get a little bit, a broad overview of literally everything else we're going to cover from Chapter 2 through Chapter 10. So what we're going to talk about the advantages of virtualization. Now, a lot of this is probably a little bit of review for you. If you've been in the server course, of course, by this point, you've been in the server course, the PC hardware course, possibly the Linux course, though not necessarily so. So we've talked about some of this stuff before. Why we virtualize, how virtual machines work, the features of your virtualization software, the categories of virtualization products, how we use them together in today's environment. And we're going to specifically talk. Now, this course spends a lot of time on Microsoft Hyper-V and VMware Workstation, their family of products, both at the desktop and in the data center. We're also going to talk a little bit about things like VirtualBox. So, if you've done some of this virtualization work in the classroom with VMware Workstation or one of our ESXi hosts, we're going to get more experience with those things. If you've done a lot with, say, Hyper-V or VirtualBox, that you're going to fill out your toolkit. Now, everyone is going, y'all are all going to fill out your toolkits, because if you're doing this sort of work for, say, the server course or the Linux course on your own personal machine, and you decided to go Hyper-V or VirtualBox, you're going to get the exposure to VMware Workstation and the ESXi vSphere servers. And everybody who spent most of their time with VMware Workstation is going to get vSphere and VirtualBox and Hyper-V. We're also going to talk about, say, the virtual desktop infrastructure and application virtualization, which is another layer of virtualization you can have even inside an OS that really you don't think of as providing virtualization. We're also going to talk about cloud services, Microsoft Azure, VMware vCloud. You're actually going to do some of that. Now, a lot of our work for this course is going to be in the MindTap labs. You can do some of it on your own. Say if you've already got VMware Workstation 15 at home and your license is good for another, I don't know, 6 or 7 months, and you want to try some of this on your own machine, go for it. What I'll be grading is what you do in MindTap. Now, like I said, most of what we will do is in MindTap, in there simulated, but nonetheless actually virtual. So essentially what you're doing is using the simulator, the lab system, to tie into other virtual machines which are being provisioned for you at the time that you need them. We're going to do some of that for ourselves with Microsoft Azure and VMware Cloud, because there's really no way to simulate that, so we'll literally get our hands dirty on that. So Let's get started.